Hey Moo Tubers, it's Moo, and it's been a while since I've uploaded any Lester Levenson videos. I know that there are quite a few of you guys who subscribe to my channel for the Lester Levenson content in particular. So I thought I would share a little Lester with you guys. I was going through some boxes and I actually came across a couple of the mastery level or graduate level courses that I took from the release technique, which is, pretty much similar content to the Sedona Method. It's just slightly different on the wording, but it all stems from Lester Levenson's works and teachings. And so this one is one of the courses. I'll just talk about some of the stuff that's in the course book, I guess. And the first thing I want to read to you guys, if you haven't heard it before, is this is a letter written by Lester before he consciously chose to leave his body. At least that's what I heard. I don't know the specifics around that, but I did hear that he consciously chose to leave his body, and this is apparently a letter that he wrote. My dear friend, I love you very much. Even though I am consciously choosing to leave the physical body, I can never leave you. You will always be with me in my heart. Everyone who has taken the course or will in the future will continue to have my unlimited support. Sharing the method with you is the fulfillment of a promise I made to each and every graduate. Your gains, your insights, and the freedom that you reap from your releasing is my biggest thank you. I am deeply grateful for you allowing me to share this wonderful gift with you. To take full advantage of this gift, I suggest that you do the following. Determine to keep releasing until you have all the goodness and all the freedom that is available to you, including the ultimate goodness and freedom of complete imperturbability by releasing the 3 wants. Support each other in achieving the ultimate goal. Put aside all your ego differences and work together on sharing this precious gift of releasing with the world. Please rejoice in my passing. Do not mourn the death of my body, and know that beingness can never die. My awareness has gone to a much better place. Remember, I will never leave you. Much love, Lester. Okay, and on to some of the content from this particular course. This is called or titled The World as a Dream. The world as you now see it is really a product of your imagination, and when you see the truth, the world turns out to be a dream, a fiction created in your mind. First, you will see it as a dream, then you will see it as a dream that never really was. In fact, you will experience it exactly as you do a night dream. While you are in a night dream, you have a body, there are other bodies, there is action, interaction, there is good and there is bad. And so long as you remain in that night dream, everything there seems real to you. But when you awaken from the night dream, you say, my gosh, it was just a dream. It never really happened. It was all a dream. This is exactly the same manner in which you will awaken from this dream called the waking state. You will come to see that it was only a creation of your imagination, only a dream, and then you will let go of it lock, stock, and barrel. And what you will be left with is the infinite you. Then you will call yourself fully realized, totally free. Actually, we are fully realized all the time. That is part of the irony. We are fully realized beings saying that we are not. So all we have to do is let go of, quote, we are not, unquote, and what is left over is the fully realized and free being that we are. moving on to the Unstuck Chart Roadmap. The vicious circle. So number one, we start with a problem. We become insecure. We try to figure it out. We want to know what to do. We want to know what the answer is. We try harder. We disapprove of ourselves. We beat ourselves up even more. We still hold on to the problem. And then it begins again. We start with a problem. We become insecure. We try to figure it out. We want to know what to do. We want to know what the answer is. We try harder. We disapprove of ourselves. We beat ourselves up more. We still hold on to the problem. And so on and so on. That's the vicious circle. So let's talk about wants and letting go of the 3 wants. W-A-N-T-S, wants. I noticed in some of the older videos in the comment section, which I don't see very often. For some reason, I'm not getting notified about all the comments. So I just run across some, and there's often questions about wants and wanting and letting go of the wants and what that means and how you do that. Because see, again, the mind is trying to figure it out. That's our biggest stumbling block when we first, try to start releasing or we try to wrap our minds around this technique, this method. But that's not going to work, because the mind is, well, to put it bluntly, the mind is a liar. It's a big old fibber. It's doing its thing. We got to love it because it's trying to protect us. It's a survival mechanism. Yeah, we got to figure this problem out. We got to figure out a solution, and so on and so on. So back to wants. Okay, want is the most negative word in the English language. If you look in the dictionary, some of the definitions of want is a state of extreme poverty. Want is lack, right? So it's deprivation, it's impoverishment, poorness, the state of having little or no money or few or no material possessions. But it's more than just that. It's as I said, a state of extreme poverty just across the board. That's a state of want. Want is the state of needing something that is absent or unavailable. It's a deficiency, lack, as I said. Famine, shortage, acute insufficiency, tightness, scarcity, anything that is necessary, lacking. It can also be a specific feeling of desire. And a desire is the feeling that accompanies an unsatisfied state. Want as a verb is to feel or have a desire for, want strongly, a craving, a lust, a hunger, a thirst, starving, and a feeling of suffering from the lack of fill in the blank. And wants aren't feelings, but they definitely have a feel to them, right? So wants are not feelings, but they have a feel to them. Wanting approval has a kind of gimme feeling to it, a kind of neediness to it. Wanting control, on the other hand, has a harder feeling. It's a little more pushy and assertive. Remember, there's nothing wrong with giving or receiving approval or being in control. It's not the actual state that limits us, but the wanting it. Releasing on the wants is more powerful and deeper than releasing on the emotions and feelings. When you let go of a want, you are letting go of a piece of everything. And like Larry used to say, it's like a tissue box. So you pull a tissue up and another tissue pops up beneath it. So if you look at that as releasing different wants, wanting control, wanting safety, security, wanting approval, you release that want like a tissue, and the next one pops up and up and up. So it's almost like never ending. But the more you release, the freer you become. And it says in here that all pain and misery comes from wanting approval and control. And I would say also safety, security, which is another way of saying wanting love. Exactly. It's another way of saying wanting love. All joy and bliss comes from giving approval and giving up control, which is another way of saying giving love. It comes from being yourself. So if you think about it, about wanting approval, wanting control, wanting safety, security. So wanting approval is actually a lacking approval feeling, right? Wanting control is an out of control feeling, and lacking control feeling, wanting to be safe / secure, is a lacking safety, secure feeling. So Larry used to say you can't stand up and sit down at the same time, right? You can't want and have at the same time. They are two opposite energies. Okay, now here's another irony, as Lester said, or paradox maybe, is there's something called the 6 steps in the method. And the first step is, paradoxically, you must want imperturbability more than you want approval, control, and security. But we'll get to that later. Okay, number 2 is decide you can do the method and be imperturbable. 3, see all your feelings culminate in 3 wants: the want of approval, control, and security / survival. See that immediately, and immediately let go of the want of approval, want to control, and the want of security, survival. 4, make releasing constant. 5, if you're stuck, let go of wanting to control the stuckness. 6, each time you release, you are happier and lighter. If you release continually, you will be continually happier and lighter. And that's where the line comes in. Could it get any better? Can I let go and find out? Could it get any better? Could I let go and find out? And the answer is always yes, by the way. So when you're doing the release technique, or you're releasing, and you're releasing on wants, whether it's control, approval, security, safety, some, 1, 2, or all 3, and each one that comes up, or each one that you're releasing on, you say, can it get any better? Can I let go and find out? Now let's talk a little bit about the mind. I think I already mentioned it, right? But the mind isn't our enemy. It's just trying to do what it's supposed to do and keep us safe. It's a survival mechanism, especially the reactive mind, right? The lower brain section. So ask your mind if it knows the solution to your question or problem. So if you ask your mind, it doesn't know. It actually never knows. It's just trying to figure it out. It's constantly just trying to figure it out or come up with a solution, right? So it doesn't know the answer. So you've been looking in a filing cabinet over and over, and there's no answer there. Can you see how silly that is? Number 2, could you let go of wanting to figure things out? The question really is, when you're releasing, is, could I let go of wanting to figure things out? Could I let go of wanting to know what to do? Could I let go of wanting to know the answers? Could I let go of wanting to know anything for this moment right now? And again and again and again. Could I let go of wanting to think? And again and again and again. So when you're asking the question, for example, could I let go of wanting to figure things out? The answer is always yes, like I said. So it's not really like blowing sunshine up your patootie or anything, because I have a friend of mine who says that whenever we discuss, something like this. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say no. I want to, I want to figure this out. I'm not going to just say yes. I don't believe it, right? That's pretty common. So, but the answer is, here's the key. Listen to the question. Could I let go of wanting to figure things out? Right? Could I? The answer is always yes. Of course. Of course you could. Now, are you going to do it? Yes. So, could I let go of wanting to figure things out? Yes. 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 So that's the key. Could I let go? Yes. Because that's the truth. You could. You could let go of trying to figure things out. Now, have you been beating yourself up for not having an answer to whatever problem, issue that comes up? How does that help you get an answer? It doesn't. It's a decision you have to make. I'm going to love myself and be positive, or I'm going to beat myself up and be negative. Which one do you choose? I'm assuming you're going to be positive and love yourself. Now, can I let go of disapproving of myself right now? And again and again and again. The answer is yes. Yes. Could I let go of disapproving of myself right now? Yes. Yes. And more, yes. Could I give myself approval, even for no reason? Could I just give myself some approval? Yes. 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 Now, here's some key questions that can help us get unstuck or help us with releasing. I believe it was called the General Releasing Sheet. And I think it might be from one of the CDs, the Peace and Harmony CD, possibly. I could be mistaken about that. And so these are some questions that you can also release on. In other words, release just means let it go, and you're asking the question, can I let this go? And the answer is always yes. And then the more you do it, the more you become lighter and freer, and so on. So some of these questions are, who or what am I afraid of now? Who or what am I afraid of now? Who or what do I want to control now? Whose approval do I want now? Am I insecure now, or am I feeling insecure now? And then the question becomes, if the answer is yes, can I let that go? And then release on it. What is the worst thing that could happen to me right now? Who or what am I resisting now? Could I let go of protecting myself with fear? Could I let go of protecting myself with fear? Could I let go of being so smart and allow it to be other than I think it is? This is a really powerful one. Really, really good question to ask. Could I let go of being so smart and allow it to be other than I think it is? Could I let go of resisting beingness? So those are some of the questions that are, I think, very helpful. And here's some of the bigger questions, the deeper questions, as you go on your path. If you're just starting out releasing, or with the Sedona Method, or Lester Levenson's teachings, and maybe I will leave you with these. Could I let go of wanting to control my unfoldment? Could I let go of wanting divine love? Could I let go of wanting security for my unfoldment or freedom? Could I let go of wanting oneness with the self, capital S? Could I let go of wanting to control freedom? Could I let go of wanting to understand freedom? And on that note, I will stop for now, and I will be doing another Lester Levenson video as soon as I can. I've got some more goodies in store from another course that was really the health mastery course, which is full of a lot of good stuff. And in fact, my channel originally started out, MooTube, M-U-Tube, started out many years ago as kind of a holistic health, healing, wellness channel. And so those of you who have been with me since the beginning, I really appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of my subscribers very much. I know there's people here for different content, and I really appreciate all of you, and all of you who have stuck with me through the years. I'm very grateful and thankful. So until next time, thank you so much for sharing your time and your attention.